Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So you could see my setup right now. It's not that bad, but it's like windy outside, but it's so nice out and I want to just be outside right now, and also the kids are inside, so it's a good spot for me to be to do this video. Just come outside, but it's kind of windy, so I was like, oh, am I even gonna be able to do this outside because the wind and the camera like makes like wind noise or whatever. So I have like a cushion from one of my chairs over there like set up behind the camera. I'm kind of trying to build like a dome of protection around it, so I don't know if that's gonna work. We'll see how the audio turns out in this. But yeah, I'm outside. I was just gonna start editing my video, so I have my computer with me and I have my clips in front of me so I can remember what I did this past week, so I could talk about it, because sometimes when I sit down to like do these videos, I can't even remember like what I did the past week. But before I get into it, I wanted to talk a little bit about my video last week, which was kind of a downer. Like, I was in such a mood last week. Some of you guys were commenting on that video that I should, or that video or the one before it, I don't know, where I was talking about moving and like how I wanted a house that like worked better for our family. What you doing, buddy?
Hello.
A lot of you guys suggested that we should do something with the basement and like make it an area for like the kids to go, and I was like that's a good idea, but I don't know, I feel like they're still kind of young to be down there. But we have 2 new chickens downstairs right now, so the kids have been going down there sometimes, and they were down there like a couple days last week, or like this past week or whatever, just like hanging out with the chickens, keeping them company. And there's like a keyboard down there that they were playing on, and they were down there for like an hour or something in the morning, and it was so nice. Like, it was just like I had some quiet time in the morning. I was able to sit and like do my Bible reading in the morning, like after everybody was already up. Paisley had gone for a nap and all the other kids were awake, but they were down in the basement. It was just nice. It was like I could still hear them, but it wasn't like loud. And I think a big thing for me is just like noise. Like, I like it to be quiet. I don't like when I can hear them. Like, it sounds so bad, but like even when they're like laughing and it's like continuous and it's like just for like an hour they're just like laughing, it's like, oh my gosh, like I just want it to be quiet. Even though like that's great and all, like I'm so happy they're happy and they're laughing and they're having fun, but at the same time I'm just like, ugh, I need some quiet. So anyway, it was really nice. They went down in the basement, they were having a good time. I could still kind of hear what was going on, but it wasn't like driving me crazy. So yeah, that made me start thinking like, maybe we should do something with the basement. Like, Greg needs to have his side because he has his computer set up down there. He has a desk and he has like a 3D printer down there. So we're gonna have to divide it, where like his stuff will be on one side and then the other side can be for the kids, which should be fine. So we've been thinking about it, and like we would need to redo the floor down there, because the floor right now is just like, it's concrete, but there's like a really old like vinyl tile or linoleum tile or something down there that we would have to replace because it's really crummy. And it really doesn't need that much. Like, it needs a floor, and then like there's wood paneling, which I would like to have like just like regular walls, like sheetrock or whatever, but I could always just paint the wood paneling like white and I think it would look really nice. So yeah, we're thinking about doing that, and I think that would be really great for me to have a place where the kids can go and get out of my hair for a little while and give me some quiet for a little while. And then when we eventually sell the house, I think that would be a great selling point to have like the basement like nicer than it is now. Like, it's because it's technically a finished basement, I think, but it's not like that finished. Could definitely be nicer, so maybe we could put some of our money into that. So thanks for all you guys who were suggesting to do something with the basement, because you made me start thinking about it more, and I think probably gonna work on that. Still want to get the bathroom floor done, and maybe the air conditioner out of the playroom. Like, there's a whole list of things that I want to be done, and I just want to do them myself. Like, I feel like I just want to do it myself. Like, I just want to take the air conditioner out of the wall, patch it up myself, however it is. Like, I don't know. But the basement is on the list, so hopefully we can get to that before we move out of this house. One thing I was working on this week was making, I think I mentioned in another video that I wanted to do kind of like a board and batten wall type of thing by the stairs, where we could have hooks to hang stuff. Like, in the wintertime we have a lot of like coats and winter gear and jackets and sweaters and everything that we don't really have a good spot to hang. Besides the coat closet, which like gets filled up with stuff really fast. So anyway, I just wanted to make like a spot where we could hang stuff by the stairs. So I did that. I put the piece of wood up, got it up there. It took entirely too long. I think it took me 2 hours just to get like the piece of wood up, because I was just having trouble like screwing the screws in. The screws wouldn't go in all the way. I drilled through it like pilot holes or whatever, but then the screws wouldn't go in, and I had to like, I don't even know. Finally I got it. I think I switched the screws I was using or something. That took entirely too much effort to put a hook up on the wall. But I finally got it up. It's not perfect, but let me show you what it looks like. So there we go. Yeah, so my plan is to, stupid door won't stay closed. My plan is to go back to Home Depot and find some pieces of wood that I can put going down, do like a little board and batten type of thing. And yeah, now we have a place to hang all of our big coats and everything in the winter. We probably won't hang anything here now because it's summer and we don't have anything to hang. But yeah, that'll be nice, and I think it just like, you know, it's a little something over here on the wall, and maybe I'll get like a little thing to put above it or something. I don't know. But yeah, there's my little hook thing. Yeah, I finally did that, and like I said, it took way more effort than I thought it was going to. It was like really humid that day, so I was just like sweating and like going to the bathroom and getting like towels, like wiping my face like in the middle of doing it. I was like, oh my gosh, why does everything have to be like so difficult? Like, why won't the screws just like go in? So frustrating, but I finally got it. I think it looks pretty good right now. So that was one of my projects I worked on this week. And then what else did I do here? Oh, our curtain rod in the living room was like falling down in the middle. I don't think it was ever like in really well. And also when the kids like open and close the curtains, sometimes they like yank on it too hard. So the middle part had like fallen off. It was just like hanging there by the screws. So, but then I rehung the curtain rod, and I was very proud of myself for doing this too. I hung it like a little bit higher because I needed like new holes, but I also wanted it to be higher anyway. So I hung it higher, and again, I was having problems with the screws, and so finally I just like got different screws from the basement. Like, I didn't use the same screws from before. I got like new ones. They're like star bit screws, and they're like good ones that I got from Home Depot, like a whole jar of them. So I tried those, and those worked like so much better. Like the screw just like went right in. So all the old screws, I took them and I just threw them out because I didn't want to like try to use them again for something else down the road and like be frustrated with it again. So I think it was probably just the screws that like, I don't know, they're too soft or something, or they're just like crappy quality screws. But yeah, I got the curtain rod hung up. It's in there, like all the screws went in like they should. It's nice and sturdy, so I was very proud of myself for doing that, because that had been broken for at least a year. It had been just like hanging in the middle. So yeah, it looks a lot nicer now. It's all up there and straight and everything, so yay for me for doing that. I have some other random clips of stuff that I did. I cleaned some baseboards, and I cleaned off some pencil marks off of things that Noah, don't open the egg thing, okay? I cleaned off some pencil marks on stuff that Noah had drawn on, cleaned some baseboards. another thing, main thing I wanted to talk about this week was that washable rug. You guys saw me put that down, I think, in the last video or something, and the whole time it was down, I felt like iffy about it. I was just like, I don't know if this is like a good rug for this room. And after like a couple days, and the reason I felt like that was because I saw like other people's reviews, and some people had said that it was like falling apart, and after only like a couple of months, like the edges were frayed and everything. So I was really like watching it and like thinking about like how much time I had left to return it, and I just felt like iffy about it. And then after it being down for like only a week, like the edges were starting to fray on it, and there were pieces that were starting to like unravel around the edges, and then I was just like, and Greg even pointed it out to me. He was like, hey look, and he's like shows me a part where it's like starting to come apart, and yeah, it hadn't even been down for like a week yet. So I ended up rolling it back up. I'm returning it. I'm trying to construct a box that's long enough so that I can return it, because I don't have the box anymore. So I have like one box that's kind of longer, but then I'm using like square boxes and like attaching it and making the box longer so that I can ship it back. But yeah, I took it off the floor, and I had to put tape down, like carpet tape down, because it was sliding. Noah, what are you doing? Because it was sliding, even though the description says it has like non-slip, like grippy stuff underneath, which it does, but it like doesn't work at all. It's like it doesn't really do anything, so I don't even know why they call it non-slip, because it was still slipping, which is why I needed to put the rug tape down anyway. But then I had to get the rug tape up off the floor, and I bought a new kind of rug tape this time, because the kind that I bought last time, which was really good and I liked it, was going to take like a couple more days to get here. So I went with a different one that was actually a little bit cheaper and got here faster from Amazon. But it's so bad, like it left like the worst like sticky gluey residue on the floor where I had put it down, so I had to use like Goo Gone all over the floor. Are you okay down there? No, I think you have to, it's stuck over there somewhere. You gotta go see where it's stuck. Anyway, I had to use a whole bunch of Goo Gone to get it off the floor, and it was like such a mess. So I was like kicking myself for not buying. Are you okay? Yeah. Kicking myself for not buying the rug tape that I had previously that I ran out of, which was really good, and it didn't leave any residue on the floor. So lesson learned. If you find something that is good, even if it takes an extra 2 days to get there, even if it's a couple bucks extra, maybe just buy that one again because you liked it. So yeah, I definitely won't be using that rug tape anymore because it was a mess. But yeah, I'm sending the washable rug back, and I'm just going to put down the rug that was in the living room. Again, I swear, why do I do these things? I think I do this because I'm bored. Like, I think I just like find random things, even though there's like other stuff I could be using my time for. I don't know. I just like, I need to keep myself busy during the day. So I end up doing some things like this, like taking a rug out and getting a different rug and not liking it and shipping it back and putting the old rug back in. Like I end up just doing things like that because I just need to give myself something to do. But anyway, I'm going to put the old rug back in the living room. Eventually, probably this week, I'll do that. And I'm going to have to move all the furniture out of the living room to be able to lay it down right, which was a problem I had last time. But anyway, that was my week this past week. Anyway, I think that's going to be pretty much it for this video. In the next video, though, I want to talk a little bit more about homeschooling, because I had talked about that too in my last video, and I got a lot of... Don't throw that. There's a plastic bag that these were in, right? Don't throw the plastic bag out, because put these in the plastic bag when you're done, okay?
Okay.
Here.
Thank you. I want a homework.
You can have 3. Oh yeah, homeschooling. I want to talk a little bit more about homeschooling because I talked about that in my other video too, and I got a lot of comments on that. And I feel like I'm having a little bit of an epiphany in regards to homeschooling and like how I'm going about homeschooling and how I might be able to make it easier on myself. I just have to do more research into it and like figure it out a little bit more. So yeah. That's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you all have a great week, or, you know, a decent week, and I'll see you guys all for my next video. Bye.